Yeah, muchachos, welcome back to another... Hey, what you got over there, boy?
A blast from the past, Frank. Look at this.
Bakken test!
Look at
It's
this.
actually a really good show. Really, really good.
Funimation doesn't exist anymore.
No, actually, yeah. Limited edition, baby.
Picked it up for like $20.
Recently?
Yeah.
Woo! Anyways, number 8. There you go.
Oh, dude, we're on episode 8?
Yes, sir.
What the heck?
It's a nice number. Episode Infinity, if you
Yeah.
know that part.
Yeah. So welcome to Sakamotodays, episode 8 review.
Real quick, we really didn't get any of your thoughts last week. Flash forward, what do you remember from last week?
Dude, I didn't even see the last week's episode.
Oh, there you go. Okay, you can cut that part out.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
I'll get to it after this.
Episode 8, muchachos. We pick up right off last week's episode.
Yeah.
And essentially, yes, you're a little bit of complications, if you will.
Yeah. We open up the episode with Sakamoto's daughter crying because she can't find her papa.
Important because it's the first time we ever see her show any emotion besides happiness.
Yeah, you're right, huh?
And that's specifically because the whole family's gone.
The whole family's gone. They left her there.
A bit of a, was it? Attachment.
It's okay. They got armory around the store, so and she knows how to use it too.
Real talk though, if some assassin showed up and took the dog.
Oh yeah.
Man.
That was
the mom's there.
That would be over, and the mom's there. Yeah.
Has it, yeah, the mom has
Yeah,
it.
but the daughter misses her papa, so
she wanted to talk to Shu and Lou about Parent Day, which happened last week. So we're still again going with the theme of this is still the same day.
Yeah, it's another sugar amusement park thing going on, a long arc. So we do that, and Yusuke goes like, "Hey, why are you crying? Like, I hope you look for them." And
out
then
of nowhere.
Out of nowhere, and then he like I forgot the bird's name, but
Pichan.
Pichan.
The noise that birds.
Yeah, he sends Pichan out to look for them, and from there we cut up to Lou in jail with the doctor, right? Mm-hmm. And we discover that doctor actually knew Shin. Right?
So from last week's episode, we were getting kind of hints, and he was alluding to it, right? And Shin the whole time has been like, "Where's that guy?" And we're like, "Who's that guy?"
Yeah.
And then flash over to Lynn. Lynn's hanging out with the guy.
Yeah, he's hanging out with the dude. So she's really butthurt that they kidnapped her instead of Shin, from what I saw.
As Lou does, and the other doctor who's not the guy, who's just in the background, like a sub character, he keeps on getting bagged on by Lou, and his response is like, "Whoa, such a savage woman."
She's pretty savage, actually. Yeah.
So that's where we're at with her.
She's a little crazy.
It just makes me laugh because throughout the whole scene when Lou is talking to the guy, they pan to the other guy, like the side character, and he has this like super like. Face. He's just thinking savage woman.
Yeah. So before we continue with Lou in like the jail cell, it actually cuts over to Sakamoto and Shin and that one weird scientist dude, fucking Bane right there. So
I like to call him Hojo. A lot of things happening in this episode come from Final Fantasy VII, in my opinion. The motorcycle chase, the lab members, and there's this guy that's all like super labby mad scientist.
Yeah.
I forgot what they call him, but he's a really interesting guy.
We'll call him Bane-chan.
What he did last episode is that he basically gets his syringes and stabs Shin, leaving like a tracking device, basically Bluetooth. And so his whole shtick is being able to control your brain with his switches and his medical design.
And then like he actually says that Sakamoto's good, but he's not fast because he's fat. So like he was able to implant one of them too on his neck. And it makes him basically, instead of attacking the Bane-chan, he attacks Shin. He just smacks him across the face, right?
Getting under Sakamoto's skin. We'll get back to that one later.
Yeah, that was pretty funny though, like when he just hits Shin like across the face.
Right, yeah, because for Shin, he started speaking in opposite.
Yeah.
The anime will say reverse, like words, but it's actually like the opposite day for him.
Yeah.
And for Sakamoto, when he was trying to punch the bad guy, it was actually Shin. So now he has flipped enemies, basically. Perception of enemies.
Yeah, so it's weird. Like after that, we jump back to Lou in the jail cell.
Level 4 prison.
Yeah. Lou is telling the doctor like if she knows Shin, and the doctor goes like, well, yeah, like I'm the one that gave him the power. So it's revealed that he gave him his mind reading powers, and it's something that I agree with Lou. I thought he was born with it naturally, but yeah, it's like man-made.
But it's interesting for Lou because in last week's episode, the whole point was that she got mad at Shin because she can't relax around him because she thinks he's always peeping into her mind. Which is what started this whole fight, which is why she's now separated, abducted, blah, blah, blah. But it's cool because now she's also getting to understand that like how he came to be like this and that like it's not on him per se. Coming full circle moment.
We get the flashback of him and the doctor, which is like the number one anime logic I've been having with like in general. Like it's like anime logic because I like with the manga that I've been reading. Same thing. They look the same. Like the older character, like in the past, he looks exactly the same. Same clothes, same hairstyle, everything. Right? We fast forward. Like who knows? Like Shin's already an adult. That was when he was a kid. That was like probably like 20 years
7,
later.
Yeah,
like
four-ish. He was like a child.
Yeah, so it's like 20 years later, and he looks exactly the same. The doctor.
Listen, buddy.
Like, what the hell?
At this point in our lives, you and I should know.
Yeah.
Some things after a certain time just don't change. You know?
Yeah. So. But yeah, man, like Shin was actually like really sweet to the doctor because like he got abandoned there. The doctor explains that some dude abandoned him there.
He disappeared.
Yeah,
he don't really
he just
say
vanished.
what happened to him or whatever. And I wrote it down because it feels like a plot point. But so
it might play along in the future. Yeah.
Ando was the name of the scientist or father or whatever thing. That
they gave him a name.
Ando was the guy.
Definitely they're gonna bring that fool back somehow.
Yeah. So if they name drop something, I think this might be something in the future or some kind of like Deus Ex, but we'll see.
Shin wakes up in the middle of the night because the doctor has been working on a serum that everybody's making fun of him, right?
Definitely. Yeah. And as we already established, Shin has a juice drinking problem.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. So he gets a juice obsessed.
The first time he's taking care of him, they're kind of understanding each other, and Shin can't eat steak or whatever.
Yeah.
And so he's like, F this, I'll just drink juice.
Yeah, he drinks juice.
He takes the other guy's juice. He's like, oh, that's my brain juice. The other doctors keep on harassing him.
Yeah, they make fun of the main doctor, the one that took care of Shu.
Behind his back, right?
Shin.
Shin, yeah.
Yeah, and he doesn't appreciate that, especially once he takes the serum.
Shin does.
He starts, Shin takes like the serum. He starts reading their minds, and he notices that like everybody's just clowning on the main doctor, even though his experiment worked, you know?
Right. Oh, yes. Because from the beginning, everybody kind of gave him that negativity, and Shu kind of felt inspired by the doctor that despite everyone talking shit about him, he kept on going and doing his thing. And again, they opened up to each other, so Shu was able to recognize that the doctor was trying to do something. I forgot what the quote was. Potential to make everyone happy. It's a direct quote that makes Shin go, oh, okay, this guy is somebody I can trust in. And so when all that negativity comes pouring in, and then he gets the juice powers, starts being able to hear mind and stuff, he directly responds to those inner thoughts.
When the flashback is done, the doctor goes like, I want to see him, and then like that's when Lou goes like, he asked, did he get taller? And then she's all like, hey, like you gotta see it for yourself.
You gotta see this shit, bro.
And that fool apparently.
Is that a Full Metal Alchemist reference?
Yeah. And apparently he like had a serum that could just melt the lock. So they break it, they break out, and right away.
His reason being that if we could have done this because Lugo's like, you could have done this all the time.
Yeah, she got pretty pissed off.
I could have done this, but the whole point is that if they keep me in here, then I don't have to work for him, which is great.
Yeah.
Jobs.
So we're back to Sakamoto and the scientist, and. This is kind of tricky. So the way like when they're being mind controlled, like if he hits the doctor, he hits Shin, right? So Sakamoto basically does the opposite.
It's perception.
Yeah.
So Shin, his perception was to speak in opposite day, and Sakamoto is to punch his friend instead of his enemy.
Yeah. And I think Sakamoto catches on to it really fast because he does land some hits on him.
He goes for it,
But then the doctor does this other thing where I think he he changes it, right? That's the one part I don't remember.
Okay, yeah. So when he goes for the he lands a good hit. He switches up, right? I'll punch. He'll punch. He actually hits him, and then the second time when he goes for the punch again, the doctor switches off, which is why I mentioned the switchboard on his hands. So he turns off that.
You're right. He has the fucking iPhone on his shit, or like a little switch.
Little switches. Flip the switch, and then so when he punches for Shin, he actually punches Shin.
So he switches it to So instead of hitting supposedly he's thinking he's gonna hit the doctor, and then he switches it and it hits Shin, right? Something like that. So he basically turns into the Hulk. He starts like putting these serums, like he starts getting nasty.
Have you seen Captain America?
The first Avenger?
The newest one.
The newest one? No, I haven't. The last Avenger.
Dude, real quick. Theater in Washington. Roof caved in during the showing of Captain America.
Really?
2 people were there. Nobody was in.
What the fuck?
But it's like, imagine this. Well, there's scenes where obviously Red Hulk shows up. Imagine Red Hulk and then just your whole theater was like, oh, what the fuck? Sorry.
So he turns into Hulk.
He goes full Hulk. Red Hulk.
He does Hulk stuff, and
which is interesting because it's specific limb parts. He gets a needle, he stabs his arm, and only his arm turns big. And then he goes with that, and then he stabs his right leg, and then his leg turns big. And it's like, okay, cool. So this guy has like control over this. Like, wait, there's more.
So this Bane Hulk mofo right here, he injects all the needles, right?
Your barn or your border.
He turns into Mega Bane, and that's when he puts all the serums, and then he starts fighting what's his face, Sakamoto and Shin. But then Sakamoto, this also part confused me, because I'm telling you, we watched this in the morning. So he tells Shin to go in front of the doctor, right, and face him. And I'm not sure if like Sakamoto's telling him to dodge so he can hit him. So I think the way it works is that like he's trying to hit Shin, but he's avoiding the hits so he can hit the doctor behind him.
Exactly.
I think that's what happened.
Exactly, because Shin goes like, man, how are we gonna beat this guy? And Sakamoto goes, simple. And so so exactly what you said. Turning his back around, he focuses just on Sakamoto, and Sakamoto focuses on punching Shin. But Shin being able to read Sakamoto is again learning how to move like a pro. It's not just him doing the thing; it's him actually practicing how to be as good as Sakamoto. Which he actually mentions later on. He's like, "Yo, that was pretty impressive. I'm just gonna say, man, you're pretty cool, and I did my best, you know." So it's really cool to see how Shin is kind of like leveling up, and it's a natural progression. Something I want to bring up real quick. Back in the jail cell with Lou and Shin, or Lou and the doctor, Asakura is his name.
Okay.
So Shin kind of being able to read mind people, again, how you say his personality came out, that also made him more distant to people. Because again, being able to read minds is something that most people don't really appreciate being called out on anything. Talks to when Asakura's done telling the story, both Lou and the other guy are like crying. They're like, oh
you're right. They were fucking crying.
And then Lou says, well, don't worry about it, because Sakamoto family rule, article number 11. When you fight, you make up by the end of the day. And I'm telling you right now, start taking notes, because these are good marital fucking rules.
They got some good rules. Some good
advice. Advice. You never want to let something stay over the night, because it's only going to get bigger in the morning. So that's a quote from George Washington. Leave not for tomorrow, can be none today. Very cool. Again, and it's not something random from the fighting styles, because in the previous fight over at Sugar Happy Funny Land or whatever, again, they did the same thing with the bunny suit. So he's like learning, he's being better. So I like to call this formation the Bad Bunny formation.
Or
communication device.
Bane dude Hulk guy gets his ass clapped, right? By Sakamoto.
He goes all might on his ass.
He definitely goes all might. And
Bone Studio Animation.
Heck doesn't get that good.
Nothing will ever beat Full Metal. But
so he goes like, they beat the crap out of that fool, and they get the devices off of them. Like I think some random scientist, the ones that were bullying the dude get the chips out of him?
The other scientists who were as a team with Asakura. So his team, but they're actually the same scientists that Shin knew back in the day. So they were in that flashback, but they tried to keep him hidden, but obviously the doctor was like, why is there blood on the floor?
Yeah.
And that's what started the whole fight. So they helped him out, very, very cool. Sakamoto, again, like Sakamoto, Shin telling Sakamoto, like, yo man, I did my best. I know you're a little bigger right now, so your punches are pretty heavy. Yeah. But but I did my best, right? And then Sakamoto goes like, oh, why'd you kill me? It's like, don't talk about my weight. So
he's self-conscious about his weight, which is funny. A lot of these characters are now complaining about his weight, like the bad people, the good people, you know. It's just funny.
It's just the thing, but I think it came up because earlier, again, the bad guy was like, you're too fat, you're slower. So that's why, I think that's why he got all mad, like in the moment. He's like,
he got pretty buttered.
He got sensitive.
Yeah, man, he's a sensitive dude. They start running off, and Shin he's actually very happy with himself. He's all like, dude, I was able to dodge your punches. Like, tell me that wasn't good. Like, I can take out at least a couple people.
Bullet time, the Matrix. Yeah.
And he's all like, I can fight somebody from the Order or something like that, he says. Because he goes like, you were in the Order, right?
Yeah.
And that's when Sakamoto tells him, dude, like, if there was 10 of you, like, you would only last like around like 4 seconds or 5 seconds or something like that.
It was less than 10.
Yeah, it was like less than 10 seconds.
So like 7, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he reacts like, that's not even one per person.
Yeah, he's like, not one even 1 second per person.
Exactly.
So,
yeah. He looks at Shin and goes like, look, if you ever are up against the Order, play dead.
Oh yeah.
Which is a line, not straight, but like the emotion straight from the Matrix. Where he tells Neo, if you run into an agent, the Smith guys, just run.
Just run,
so that's the power levels.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves is back.
And these Order dudes, they're not even like sane in the head. Like you when we saw them last time, like you can tell they're unstable. And Shin is like very stable, so he's not gonna be able to take them on either mentally or physically.
Right,
you know? They're pretty OP.
A little wild, yeah. Because like, are they strong? Is what Shin asked him, and Sakamoto goes like, they are in their own way. Everybody has their own specific skill set. Yeah.
Dude, as they're like chit-chatting, like, but they're also running down the hallway, I think Sakamoto steps on a button and it opens like a floor.
Booby trap.
A booby trap. And I fucking found this hilarious.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Like fucking Sakamoto mid-air just fucking kicks Shin like across the room.
Like he does like a side kick. He goes like that.
Yeah.
And it is like fucking hilarious though, because Shin's like and he gets basically getting knocked out of the danger zone.
See, this show doesn't have good animation, and we already went over that, but. Fuck, this shit is funny. Like the sequences, some of the stuff is so random, but I love that mid-air kick. Like Shin just fucking flies.
Well, it's funny too because the hole opens up and they both go running for 2 seconds like, mid-air, and then Sakamoto stops and he goes mid-air, and that's like just unnaturally done. But yes,
it's funny.
Awesome.
Fucking Looney Tunes shit right there. You know? Yeah. I'm not really sure what this guy's name is. Like he has like I called him the reindeer guy.
Reindeer man.
I didn't know what he was. So
I had his name earlier, but I gave him.
I'll just call him reindeer zombie guy, right? So his henchmen are like they're walking down with him, right? And then that's when they run into the Order comes in. The best girl, the goth girl.
Osaragi-chan.
Yeah, best girl.
And then the male is called. Ooh, I had his name too. I messed it up. That one dude. Don't worry about it.
That one dude. Hey, it's the one dude with the.
I wrote it in the beginning. My bad. Shiba.
Shishiba.
Again, here's your Japanese lesson of the day. Shiba. Dead. Kill. Shiba Inu. Dog.
Oh, dead dog.
Killer dog.
So it's killer dog versus the deer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't know what Osaragi is, but cute.
Yeah, so, dude, they come down and he says that they have some kind of beef, right? That the Order has beef with...
Reindeer Man?
Yeah, but not specifically with Reindeer Man, like with somebody else that Reindeer Man is like working with or something like that.
2 episodes ago, the end credit scene was that pan to the crazy guy with the wall on the X.
Oh yeah.
Slur.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're looking for Slur. Yeah.
So the reindeer man is working for Slur.
Yeah, that's why they get into like a heated argument, and it's like one of those arguments where it's tense, where they're talking casually, but they're in reality they want to fucking kill each other. And
such is the way of the assassin, right?
Yeah. So he's all like, he's like, let me use the order guy, the long hair guy. What was his name? Like Dead Dog?
Shishiba.
Shishiba, and he's all like, let's get this going, but let me use your restroom. And these dudes like
Do you remember One Punch Man with King when he goes like, "Let me use the restroom"?
Oh yeah. And King's all like, "Let me use the restroom." His fucking goes crying and shit. Yeah.
I just got the vibes of like
King. Fucking King, man. So yeah, dude, these guys like DBZ teleport like right in front of Shishiba. They're just like,
yeah.
And
the 2 big guys.
Yeah, the 2 bodyguards of the deer dude.
Yeah, so you got the one deer man, 2 bodyguards, and then the dude and the girl assassin.
Yeah. And like this world is very fantastical. Like it started off with like regular world with some hints of like fantasy,
mind reading.
Now it's like people could do DBZ shit. Like they can go do Goku shit. They could turn into the Hulk. It's insane.
Once you start adding super serum steroids, you pass a certain point. Yeah. You're like, all right, anything can happen now.
So it makes me real quick before we continue. It makes me wonder if everybody in the world knows that like you could get superpowers somehow in this world. But as of now, like everybody just acts normal outside the assassin jobs. Like within the assassin jobs, it turns supernatural. But outside it's normal. The bodyguards of the deer guy, like they're trying to intimidate the Shiba, the dog guy.
Yeah, they go up to him. And they're like, oh, it gets serious basically.
Yeah, and then the goth girl just instantly she decapitates the shit out of him. Yeah.
Very, very cool.
She has like a yo-yo with spikes or some shit like that. Like I'm not sure what it was.
It's wire. They're wires with hooks on them.
Yeah.
So they're used for like just arms, or you can it's wire, thin wire. Yeah. You can use a lot with that. You know how girls carry handbags?
Yeah.
Like, super stylish handbags. Imagine a handbag, but the bottom of the handbag is a big saw blade.
It's like a chainsaw, yeah.
It's like a saw blade. And so she uses that to just like she uses the spikes to pull him in, and she uses the saw to chop his head off. Yeah. Which the guy goes like, wait. I wanted to get away from the blood. Yeah. Because it hits him in the face.
He hits him in the face, and Reindeer dude starts crying for the henchman because he says
you do this to life, man?
He's all like, you guys don't appreciate life itself.
I can't believe you done this.
And like somehow the tears come through the reindeer's ears. Eyes. Yeah, it's so random, dude.
The JAA, Japanese Association of Assassins, specifically those 2, are there because they are manufacturing illegal weapons.
Yeah.
So again, talking about your fantastical elements, there are people who are using technology to be like superhuman.
Yeah, it's like a bioweapon what they're making. Yeah.
Bioweapon. And then you also, what's a little bit of a spoiler, but you also, from last week's episode, you had the Ghost in the Shell character who tell the camouflages.
Oh,
kind of like Makoto from Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool, actually.
So they're now in the future, we can assume they're going to incorporate cool technology to make assassins even cooler.
Yeah. And so the reindeer guy like reveals his true form. He's like a zombie dude, and he's like a human weapon because he tears his arm off. Crazy. And like these katanas, just like a bunch of blades come out of him.
Unnecessary. Kind of like a Chainsaw Man, right?
Yeah. And he starts fighting the Shiba. What's his name? Shishiba. He starts fighting him, right?
Death Dog.
And this fool, like the same thing, DBZ like teleportation, and just like with his hammer, like spins his head in circle. Like he cracks his head.
He gets the back of his hammer, which is a hook. You know, you have the round part to hit the hammer, and you have the hook to pull out the nails. Yeah. He gets the hook and he pulls hard to twist his neck out.
Yeah, that was intense. Not gonna lie, that was pretty intense.
And it was fast.
Yeah, it's really fast.
Proving Sakamoto's point that it doesn't even take a second for him to kill a person.
Yeah. And it's really interesting. Like, it's weird because like the animation isn't good, but it's really good in its movements.
Yeah.
So
it's clear. Rather than, design, and it's instead of graphics, high on graphics, it's just smooth.
Yeah, it's smooth. It's like, it's not bad, dude. A lot of like, man, there's animes that like, I'm pretty sure like Blue Lock would love to have an animation like that, even though it's not good, like, you know. But yeah, so he basically goes, the Shiba Uba goes like, oh, like he's done, right? And then like behind him, he just gets up and he twists his head. And back. It made me very curious because he starts going like, man, he's actually like gonna, I don't know how to say this. He's actually more harder to take down than I thought. So
he's not one and done. Yeah.
So he was starting to low-key kind of worry from what it felt like it, you know? He might have not worried, but like the way it was implied that he's like, oh man, this guy's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's annoying definitely because again, they're trying to go to their main objective.
Yeah.
And this guy's just kind of like another mini boss in the way of their objective.
And he's a good mini boss from what it looks like. It would have taken probably both of them, the Goth Girl and Shiba, to take him out. Yeah.
He says specifically when he breaks his neck, he's like, "Oh, my exoskeleton spine and I will disagree."
Oh yeah.
So he's like cybernetic.
Yeah, he can recover that shit.
It's crazy stuff.
So
cyberpunk.
Fuck, I got
Keanu Reeves.
Cyberpunk 2020. Anyways, Sakamoto literally.
Oh, Keanu's face just like,
yeah,
get like zoom.
Fucking Sakamoto falls from the tube straight on his body. Like.
Meanwhile, when the hole opened up, we flashed to this moment.
Man, it's such a random coincidence. Like he stepped on a button, he went through a hole, and who knows how deep that shit was, and he just fucking lands on the guy like just perfectly.
Free fold right on him, yeah.
And this kind of played with my mind because. The way I'm perceiving this is, how do you say perceive? I can't pronounce it. Yeah, the way I perceive this is that like Sakamoto and the gang are the good guys in my mind, right?
Yeah.
And then the Order and the other fools are the bad guys, right? So,
serious guys.
Yeah. So that's what
we've been led to believe. Yeah, because they're trying to take out Sakamoto, right?
Yeah, they're also trying to take down Sakamoto. So it's weird because Sakamoto goes like, "Hey," because he used to be in the team in the Order. So to me, I'm just like, why is he talking to the bad people? But I guess like they used to be friends back in the day.
Co-workers.
It's so weird, yeah.
Colleagues.
Yeah, it's colleagues.
It really was just like a water cooler talk.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, how you been? How's it going, guys?"
And then Shiba introduces to the Goth Girl, best girl.
Yeah, best girl.
And then he goes like, "Oh, like you never met her, but she's new."
Yeah.
And like
new.
She instantly finds him adorable, like a teddy bear. That's
what
she says.
She says, "Kuruma-san," or bear-kun.
Yeah, little teddy bear. And like her eyes sparkle and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was wrong. I thought she and him would have past history, me leading her to.
Yeah, I remember you said that. Yeah.
But I messed up. It's just right from the beginning. She sees teddy bear and she's like, "All right, this is it."
Yeah. So. Yeah, they go like, all right, man. Well, we got better things to do, like finding the what's his name, the ex guy.
No, not Scab. Something like that. Slur.
Yeah, we have better stuff to do. We're gonna look for Slur. You take care of the fucking cybernetic dude.
Yes, sir.
Like zombie guy, and then we're gonna dip. And they actually just did.
Sakamoto goes like, "Oh, tell everyone I said hi."
Yeah, it's really funny. It's so random. And the girl like worries. She's all like, "Oh, is teddy bear gonna be all right? He can handle?" And like it's revealed by the Shiba guy. He's all like, "Oh, I'm not sure because that guy's actually really good. The cybernetic dude, because he fucking has a gun through his mouth and shit. Yeah,
a laser cannon.
Yeah, laser cannon. Which that looked cool by the way. Like it was like purplish. It was cool.
I'm trying to think what reference he's supposed to be, but like he's definitely out somewhere there.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we've seen something like that.
He's fucking. Oh, you know who he reminds me of? In the original Full Metal Alchemist, I'm talking about the 2004 version, where one of the military guys just fucking has a cannon out of his mouth, and like he's a half human, half cyborg too.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's so weird, but anyways, yeah, because that brings up questions in that show too. But whatever.
Maybe there are robots in this universe.
Yeah. So the guy Shiba explains like he's all like. He'll be fine. That guy's really tough though. But then again, I've never seen anybody kick the shit out of Sakamoto.
Yeah, after all these years of knowing Sakamoto, the only thing I really know about him is that he's never died.
Yeah,
he's like, whoa, okay.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, which I'm telling you, like, Sakamoto's probably hiding a power level that we haven't seen yet. It's like, well, that's what they're implying too. So that fight is gonna leave off, right, for next episode, because we jump straight into Shin trying to catch up with Mr.
Ghost
Sakamoto.
In the shell. Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Shin running around. Yeah, you're right.
And that's when like fucking Ghost in the Shell comes in and slaps the shit out of him.
Yeah,
Invisible emo dude.
Invisible emo.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. Yeah, he just wants his paycheck and he wants to get paid on time, and he does not do overtime.
Yeah,
so.
He doesn't do overtime. He makes the fight last a little because he wants to get paid.
Paid full.
Yeah, and Shin he could read minds, but he can't predict where he's gonna swing by.
Which is his new challenge, because while he can see, I don't know, maybe because he can see Sakamoto punch at him, he was able to dodge.
He was able to dodge, but not invisible punches.
Because it's not instinctively, because it's not coming from him, it's coming from Sakamoto technically at that moment.
And then actually, like this, it's weird. I actually felt bad for Shin because he was getting his ass kicked. He's a very likable character.
It's a learning process. Yeah.
So. That fool goes like, all right, well, I gotta clock out soon. So he busts out his fucking little hand knife, his mini sword, and he like, I think Shin. Well, it's not like he lets himself, but he actually gets stabbed by the the invisible guy.
He actually, he gets closer. You're right. He does kind of let himself.
He it's like 50-50. He lets himself, but it's then again he's in a really bad situation, so it kind of happened. But then that's when I think this is Shin might have seen. Hey Yusuke beforehand, because the plan was that like he got stabbed and then he touched the invisible guy on the chest, so he can see the blood stain. Yeah, so he just leaves the blood mark, and that's when we just see bullets start to rain down.
He goes, "You can't miss that target."
Yeah.
What? Boom! Gets smacked.
Yeah, he gets fucking sniped down, and that's when we see the bird, and Pichan and Hey Yusuke come in.
With his not broken sniper rifle.
Yeah, I know, I knew it, dude. They fucking shattered his sniper rifle, and he's too poor. How is he gonna get another one? Yeah, like
he showed up at the beginning of the episode saying, "Hey, I found 500 yen. Let's buy Peach on some food." Yeah.
Yeah, it was, and then a couple of seeds too. Yeah. So how the fuck did he get a sniper rifle?
Acorns and candy is what he used to try to make Hana happy.
Yeah. So anime logic again. Yeah, and Yusuke's all like, he brings the fun vibe. He's all like, hey, dude, like, invisible dude, like, you know?
Well, here's the thing.
Very surfer guy.
Yeah, bro. What's 360 no scope, bro. Yeah. Here's the thing. From last episode, we've established that Heisuke's thoughts vary everywhere.
Yeah.
Loud, all over the place. There's no way that guy could go and show up in the room and Shin would not know.
Yeah, Shin. Oh, maybe. Hey.
He mind read it.
Yeah, he probably mind read it.
There's a second where he goes like where he opens his eyes and he can't see behind him, so he just hears probably Heisuke being like, all right, I got the target.
Yeah, you're right, because well, they don't really. This is just our assumption, right?
Speculation.
So Shin knows at some point that Yusuke's in the room, so that's why he puts the blood on him.
Exactly.
Right. So I thought that maybe he saw him visually, but I think you're right. Maybe he heard his thoughts coming all the way into the room.
Yeah, because he's not that far away. He's like across the room, but on a different like scaffolding on top.
Yeah, and we might give the show a little bit too much credit, but he did say that like his thoughts are really loud, that he knows where he's at. You know, in the previous episodes.
That's kind of why Shin doesn't like hanging out with Heisuke too much.
Yeah,
it's too loud for him sometimes, which makes sense. But and then when Shin specifically says he touches him with blood.
Yeah.
And he says, "Oh, you can't miss that target." It's because he already knew the other guy was around.
Yeah. And that's where we leave off.
Another awesome cliffhanger.
Another cliffhanger.
It'll still be the same day next episode.
Yeah, it'll still be the same day next episode.
I love it. Good stuff.
Fuck, bro. Very good episode, dude. I gotta say it's fucking
You're
good.
into it? Okay.
Yeah, I like this episode. I did not like the fucking episode Hey Yusuke was introduced in. But this episode is really good. It's good.
I think now that we've gone through all the characters being introduced, we're going into the main story building arc.
Yeah.
So like now you're gonna see the big bads show up, and then maybe they'll do some things in between, and then we'll get the final big final boss fight.
Yeah, we're like almost done with the season. So Anything else? Like any final thoughts? Or?
Well, just that. I mean, we're still waiting on Lu to pop up. She's hanging out with Shin's adoptive father.
Yeah, and they're out. They're basically gonna meet up probably next episode because they're already on their way to them.
Speculation time. I think Lin will meet up with Sakamoto, and the both of them together will have to take down the other guy.
Which guy?
The ranger guy.
Oh yeah.
The robot cyborg man.
Yeah.
I think that would work out best because then it would give Sakura time to meet up with Shin later.
Yeah, because they have to defeat the invisible guy. But he wasn't defeated. I think he was just shot.
He just shot. Yeah. I think he still has a few tricks up his sleeve. Yeah. But we'll see if between the two of them they can find something else to do.
Yeah, man. So
that's good. I'm looking forward to it. We're getting into the Lupin stage of the show.
With all that was Sakamoto Days episode 8.
Yes,
we're gonna review episode 9 next week.
Good stuff.
We have Kagura Bachi Volume 1 up, the review for it.
Good stuff, yeah.
We also got some live streams coming up.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, real quick, I need to get I have a bunch of lights on. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 lights in this room, right? And it still looks like fucking Zack Snyder's shooting our videos, dude.
He turned down the cool meter on the temperature. Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to get myself a front-facing light because like we look like we're in just Zack Snyder's Justice League right now.
We're actually doing this from the Snyderverse.
Yeah.
We've had to teleport. Yeah. Flash God is in the wrong dimension again.
So other than that, anything like I'm gonna do I can't even say it. Kurabarachi Volume 2 this upcoming week. And
the coming weeks, got it.
Yeah, and a Blu-ray unboxing. Other than that,
much excitement.
Yeah.
Looking forward to all the fun stuff, and hopefully, if you guys are looking forward to it too, stick around, have fun, and I'll see you. Hasta la próxima.
Next time.
Ciao. Mátane.
Crashes everybody, like just annihilates everyone, and the guy he's just like, oh shit.
Fantasy.